Welcome to Beans and Banter. This is our first episode. I'm your host, Caroline, and on my left, you have...
Daniel. Oh God, I feel nervous now. My name's Daniel. Nice to meet you all. It feels kind of weird talking to a camera, though. So good to have you here, because then I can actually feel like I'm talking to someone as opposed to talking to a camera. I feel like this is all how the influencers feel when they talk to a camera. It's just like, it's just
when they first start off.
Yeah, when they first start off, it's just like a piece of technology that they're talking to, and they don't know who they're talking to. So it feels kind of weird, but it's all right. Cool.
You'll get used to it once you're on here
Well,
for longer.
She sounds so experienced. She's like, I've done this in the past. Like, I've vlogged in the past. Well, okay, well, what is the topic, first of all?
The topic is, so remember at the start of this year, actually like the end of last year, / start of this year.
Yes.
I asked you your 2024 resolutions.
Yes. I don't remember what resolutions I told her, by the way. But continue, yes.
So your first one was...
Yes.
Do you want to take a guess?
Something about being healthy.
One of
Getting
them.
promoted.
Yeah. So your third one, you gave me 3.
Yes.
Your third one was to focus on health and fitness.
Yep.
Do you think this year you've focused on your health and fitness?
Do
you think you could do better?
I would say, I feel like I could always do better. Mm-hmm. Right? But I think...
okay, talk me through your
Yeah.
health and fitness routine. Health is such a broad topic.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, right? Which is,
let's start with fitness first.
Okay, fitness. Yeah, I think I feel like I can still do more. Like, I've gone into running, for example, right?
Yeah.
But like this week and last week, I haven't had a chance to run that much.
This year compared to, let's say, last year, fitness-wise, do you think
okay, good question.
Improved or that kind of thing?
I think maybe I'll put it this way. Last year, I was maybe at certain points in time I was injured or sick more often, you could say. Last year.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
This year I've not been injured, and I haven't been sick that much. So I'd say overall my health is maybe better, but in terms of like peak performance fitness, I may be less performance like fit compared to last year. I'll put it that way. Yes, that will be my answer, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think, or here's my take on it, right? I feel like it's always gonna be, it's always an ongoing thing, right? And it's more, in my case, it's more just me telling myself that it's a discipline that I just need to follow to upkeep my fitness, right?
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily, I don't necessarily have like a hard goal that I set myself to be like, I want to be running marathons or whatever, right? It's just more like...
You did a half marathon, right?
Sort of, yeah, earlier this year in April.
What about health-wise? Do you think...
I think I'm healthier this year.
Healthier?
Yes.
But like health encompasses so many things. So like social health, mental, or physical, we already talked about fitness.
Yep. What's social health? Like just talking with friends?
Friends, relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I think, better, if not the same. Yeah, about the same, if not better. Physical health, better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's...
So you tick it off?
I tick it off. Well, again, it's ongoing.
Yeah.
Like, right?
But like, would you say you're happy with the progress you've made this year?
I'd say so, yes. I'm content with the progress.
So you'll tick it off?
Yes, I will tick it off, yes.
For me...
Yes. Well, what
I also had exercise more, and I would tick it off because I signed up for a gym membership.
Yes, and she signed up for a full year, so she paid the full year amount.
And I have to use it, otherwise the Asian in me would not allow it if I paid for a membership and did not use it.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
But I think previously, actually, I started gymming inconsistently since last year around May or June.
Yep. And this is with your friend, right?
Yeah, she funny story. Like about a year or two earlier.
Yep.
She was always like, "Oh, Caroline, come gym with me. Like, it's very good for like your mental health. It's good for you to reset. Like, you don't need to be like, you don't need to get into like being like a gym junkie and like getting muscles and all that stuff.
Yes.
It's just a good
General health.
Yeah, general health, good mental reset.
Yep.
So she was all about that, and like for like that whole time she's been encouraging me to go, and she was always like, "Oh, like be my gym partner, like we can go together," because she lives around like 5 minutes away from me.
Yep.
So it was just convenient. But I was always like, "Oh no, I don't have time." Like I just wasn't motivated.
Yep.
Last year I ended up actually going. I think I was going through a rough patch back then.
Yep.
And then I just thought like, oh, why not? And then I went, and the first day it was like, oh, this is good, and then I just kept going back every week.
Yep.
And I started off with just one day a week.
Yep.
It was on a Friday because you know, Friday nights, like you're just like winding down from the week.
Yeah, try and get ready for the weekend. Like, you know, right? You've just finished work, stress relief a little bit from the gym.
So, I started going then, but I was very inconsistent. And like part of me was still very unmotivated as well, because it was just like once a week.
Yep.
And then every now and then I'd skip, and then it'd be like 2 weeks. And
Yep,
then if I skipped once, then I'd have to skip the third time, fourth time. So I was very inconsistent.
Yeah. It's very hard to build up a good habit.
Yeah,
and have discipline, right?
But to sum it all up, yes, I have been exercising more, so I'll give myself a tick.
Very good. One. And I can testify to that as well. She's I'm very, very proud of you, babe, honestly. Like, you've done a good job. You picked it up very, very well.
Still not as consistent as I
That's okay. Be. Like, look, it takes time to build up a habit, right?
Yeah.
Right? And I think the most important thing is like you just going. Like, you can go have a very light workout, right? Like, if you don't feel up for it, like, just go anyways. Just have a light workout. You know, when you kind of get into the flow of things, then you kind of start picking it up, right? Yeah. So it's not about necessarily, you know, I feel tired, I don't want to go, right? You just do it anyways, might as well, right? Yeah. I've had many days where I'm just like, oh, I really cannot be bothered going. Yeah. Right? But I'm like, okay, I'll just go, just do it very, very lightweight, like, you know, just relax, right? Yeah. And even then, it's still good. Cool.
You ready for the next one?
I am ready for the next one.
Do you want to take a guess for your next one?
Well, okay, it's either, it will probably have to do with like my job, probably like promotion.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You said you wanted to earn and save more money.
I would say I am definitely saving a lot more money this year. I'd say compared to last year.
Really?
I would say so. I think.
Are you spending less on?
Well, I've let's put it this way. I'm more strict about my budgeting this year. Less holidays, a lot less holidays this year. I traveled a lot last year. I did like, I remember at the beginning. Yeah.
Isn't traveling such a enriching life experience?
It is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I do agree. Right. And I think there's a fine balance between traveling and you know, saving money. Right. And I think the goal for this year, right, was to save money. So that's why I made an active and conscious decision, right, this year to travel less.
Really?
So that maybe next year I might travel a bit more, or the year after I might travel more. So yeah, I would say, to answer the first question, I would say this year I've definitely saved a lot more money compared to last year. So that's a tick as well. Yeah.
I said to earn more money.
Yes. Yeah.
At the beginning of end of last year, I quit my other job. So I had a full-time job and then a part-time one.
Yep.
And then I was back on to that second job.
Then when you came back from China?
Yeah, April, May.
Yeah, for like 2 months or something, right? 2-3 months.
June?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
I've got a lot of pocket money.
Get me that money. It's always good to have a bit more money, especially in this economy, I put it that way. So, yep.
Yeah. to summarize, I did earn more.
Yep.
But I also spent more.
Yep.
So
It kind of evens out, right?
Yeah.
So, in terms of, so in that sense, right? There's two questions that are answered here, right? Is you've earned more, but you haven't necessarily saved more compared to last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next year, right? Like if you don't spend as much, then you'll be saving more because you earn more,
Yeah.
and you'll be earning even more maybe next
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool, very nice. All right.
Do you want the next one?
Yes. What is the next one?
Do you want to take a guess for your
I
last?
actually don't remember what my last one was.
Oh, actually, wait. Can I just can we just
Yeah, let's backtrack. Yeah.
You know how we were talking about you were talking about traveling and how
Yep.
traveled less this year.
Yes.
Well, on my list, I wanted to travel more.
Well, did you travel more?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because you went to China at the beginning of the year. You went to ski trip, and then you went to Hunter Valley.
Yeah, I also went to.
Oh yes, Port
Port
Macquarie.
Stephens.
Port Stephens. Yes.
Port Stephens. I also went to Brisbane.
Brisbane. Yes, that's right. You did a lot of traveling this year, actually.
Yeah. There is one point I want to mention.
Which is?
When I went to Brisbane, that was actually that wasn't like a full solo trip.
Yeah.
But it was. I would say it was quite solo. In the moment, I liked it, but I also felt a bit lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I ever were to want to solo travel, I'd still want to go like as a group and then, branch out on my own to explore places. But then I'd still come back and have like a group to like, tell.
Yep.
I think that's a better
Way of traveling.
travel plan for me.
Yep.
Because I did feel quite lonely there.
Mm.
Yeah. Or maybe it was because the time I went.
Mm.
It was around Australia Day. So a lot of things were just closed.
Yep. There wasn't much to do, was there?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I still managed to fit in everything that I wanted to do. So I really like museums.
Yep.
I went to all of them in one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got the
actually,
energy to do that.
They were all in the same vicinity.
Ah, okay.
And
Cool.
I had plenty of time anyway.
Mm.
You know what?
What?
I've also discovered I do not like eating alone.
Okay. Interesting. Yep. Okay.
I think, yeah, even at home, I think I can distract myself by like
watching something.
Yeah, watching something
Yep.
or being on like watching TV
Yep,
or like
yep.
being on my computer.
Yep.
But like when I was in the hotel room, it was quite literally like, oh,
There's nothing
it
really
was
you could
kind of
watch.
sad. Like
Okay.
I was eating like McDonald's by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like I was just never used to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never traveled alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for meals, like if I were to eat alone, like let's say in between classes back when I was in uni,
Mm.
there'd always be heaps of people around me,
Mm.
and I'd always be like looking at my phone anyway.
Mm.
But like in Brisbane, yeah, it did feel a bit lonely, and I never went into a restaurant alone to eat because it just felt a little bit weird to me.
Okay.
So I always brought stuff back to the hotel.
Mm.
But then, yeah,
Well, I think that aspect is because you're not used to it, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
can you eat alone
Yeah. I've
in restaurants?
I've ate alone in restaurants. I've even, and this is gonna sound real sad, like real sad. I've even gone to watch movies by myself
Me too.
in cinemas. Yeah, so,
I
yeah.
love it
Yeah, I love it too.
because no one has
I love
talked
it.
to me.
I
no
love
one
it.
has commentary.
Well, I get to experience the like, there's some movies maybe that in the past where like maybe people wouldn't be interested in watching, right? But
Yeah.
I'll just go watch like especially like the Asian ones, for example.
Yeah,
Right, I go then like Our Times.
yeah.
I watched it in the cinemas when it first came out.
I would have bawled. I wouldn't have wanted people to look at me and cry.
Yeah. Well,
Aw.
yeah. I think I remember that was probably one of the first movies I watched in the cinemas by myself, and I think from that point onwards, I had a newfound kind of appreciation just
Yeah.
to go watch movies by myself.
Yeah. I actually prefer watching movies by myself.
Mm.
Oh well, if it was like a rom-com or something,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'd like to watch it with people, but
Yeah.
but there are a lot of movies that I like to watch by myself.
Sometimes you just kind of want to sit in your own emotions. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? I think that's
Yeah.
the main thing, right? And I think that's very undervalued, like underappreciated, right? Underestimated, whatever, right? Like just sitting in a cinema, watching a movie,
Yeah.
a good movie, right? A good movie, right?
Yeah.
And just sitting in your own emotions. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You kind of get like transported to another world in
Yeah.
a way. I think everyone should try it once in their life. Pick a nice movie, a good
Yeah.
movie that you reckon you'll enjoy.
Maybe a comedy.
Comedy would be good. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with a comedy. Something that's light-hearted, maybe.
Yeah.
But then if you kind of want to get into the feels, you can also do that, right? Because then you kind of really just get into the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Um, I don't know, I think the aspect of traveling alone myself, I've done a little bit of solo travel. Like, for example, I went to Melbourne for a bit of time by myself. I think I know what you mean by it gets lonely. And I think for me at least, because I've lived by myself alone for like about 2 years now. Well, not now anymore. I live with my roommate at the moment, but 2 years, and I feel like there were definitely periods of time where I definitely felt very lonely.
Mm.
Or there's a difference between feeling lonely and feeling alone. I think I didn't necessarily feel alone, but I felt lonely.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, right? Because there was no one there. It's just like you come home and it's just an empty house,
Yeah.
right? But I think I've come to appreciate that.
Do you have a third resolution?
What is my third resolution? I don't know what my
You
third
don't
resolution.
remember?
No, I don't remember. What is my third resolution?
Really? Okay. To cook more.
Ah, yes. Well, let me think about this. I actually think I cooked a lot more at the beginning of this year.
To impress me.
Not necessarily okay. Not necessarily to impress you, but I front loaded that resolution. I'll put it that way. I front loaded that resolution. Right? I definitely cooked a lot more at the beginning of this year. But I think towards...
But what did you cook?
Like all the things I've cooked for you already. They were all recipes I had cooked at the start of this year. She's not impressed. She's like, what the hell?
You know what he's made for me?
Yes?
Carbonara.
Yep.
Um.
I made for you quite a few things now.
Really?
Yes?
Carbonara,
She doesn't remember all the things I made.
Carbonara.
Come more towards the middle.
Pesto.
Chicken pesto pasta.
Yeah, chicken pesto pasta.
I made you jjajangmyeon.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. Didn't I? I swear I made jjajangmyeon for you once. Okay, well, I'll make jjajangmyeon for you next time.
Oh wait, you did.
I did. I'm like
Yeah.
almost certain I did
Yeah,
make it for
once
you.
On your rice?
Omurice, yes. I made you the Chinese noodles as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Kimchi fried rice.
Kimchi fried rice.
So that's 6.
I swear I made you more stuff too.
Yeah, such as.
Trying to think. Trying to think now.
I feel like I've made you more things.
Okay. I agree. Yes, you have definitely made more stuff, and I honestly appreciate that. And I've stolen a lot of her recipes. Her recipes are amazing.
No, you know some of them are actually what my mum has taught me.
Yeah. Okay, so I've stolen your mum's recipes then.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go. But like I'm trying to
You
think.
don't even like Cantonese food though.
What? Yeah, okay. She has the impression that I don't like a lot of foods, but I feel like it's not that I don't like them. It's just like there's some foods that I like more than others. Yeah? Nah?
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah?
Okay, I'll accept it.
Yeah?
I'll accept it.
When have I said I didn't like a food? Apart from eggplant and apart from olives. Like, when have I said that?
Olives?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of olives.
Do you like pickles?
Pickles they're okay. Like, it's
Like in a cheeseburger.
I would eat them, but
He's not a fan of tomatoes.
I mean, it's
You're
okay.
neutral.
Yeah, I'm neutral about tomatoes. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
neutral about tomatoes. Yes.
Yeah.
I prefer barbecue sauce over tomato sauce. Alright, cool. All you haters out there.
Wait.
Gonna start hating on me
wait,
now.
wait. So on pizza, you prefer barbecue?
Nah, on pizza I prefer tomato sauce.
Well,
Yes.
what about pasta?
I don't have barbecue. I don't make barbecue pesto pasta or something like that. You know what I mean? Sorry,
What
a
about
barbecue pasta.
Barbecue meat lovers on pizza.
Yeah, that's a classic, no?
Yeah, but
Oh,
Or what about pineapple on pizza?
no, pineapple definitely not on pizza.
But Hawaiian pizza.
No, I don't like Hawaiian pizza. Pepperoni all the way.
See. This guy is very picky.
Pepperoni.
You're picky.
I'm picky.
Picky.
I'm picky.
Yeah. Picky.
You trying to do ASMR or what?
Yeah. Beatbox.
What?
Beatbox.
Okay. Well, to answer the original question, I would actually say I've actually cooked a lot more than I had last year. Last year I didn't have much time to cook last year. Right? This year I front loaded a lot of that cooking. I wish I spent more time cooking, sorry, in the second half of this year.
Yep.
But again, I probably just haven't had much time. I'll put it that way, right? So I'm hoping again, if I, once I have more time, then I can probably get into it. And thank you to all my friends and you as well for getting me. I still haven't opened the box yet with the stainless steel set and the iron pan. Literally right there, so you can't see it if it's off screen. But literally, there's a whole box of just stainless steel cookware that my friends in Caroline got me, and the cast iron pan as well. So yes, I'll be looking forward to making a lot more dishes. And I have been, and Instagram has also been subliminal messaging me because I've been getting a lot of videos of cooking videos, like home cooking videos. It's
Good.
Yes, and I literally followed someone last night. Of it's like a husband cooking for wife series. Oh man.
So you tick that off?
In comparison to last year, yes. I wish I could have done that a little bit better in the second half of this year. I'll put it that way.
Would you say you're gonna this is gonna transfer on to your next year's resolution?
I think all three of them are going to transfer on. They're all ongoing for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
What about, and I know this year's still got, and this is probably a conversation for towards the end of this year, right? Like, how do you envision yourself next year?
Next year?
Yeah.
I would say I've had a good 2024 so far. I'm optimistic and want to say that 2025 will be better.
I like that. It's always very good to be optimistic.
Yeah.
I always believe in optimism, right? So even if you're going, whoever's out there who's watching, right? If you're going through a hard time, right? Try and be optimistic. Time takes time for everything, right? So try and be as optimistic as you can and be brave, right? And see how time goes. Yeah. So it's good to be optimistic. I think next year will be a good year.